Okay, this is the second block of my homework. This is going to be for Welcome Winter. I just finished the snowflake block. My camera just shut off in the middle of me talking. I guess it had enough. It was like, you know what? I'm sick of listening to her. I'm going to just turn off. And then it did. So here is my hoop, and I'm hooped and ready to go. This one is long and skinny. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that on. And let's go ahead and find my design. Let's go home. Whoops! My camera is just falling down. Embroidery to the pocket. And my book says, hang on. Oh, it's right here sitting next to me. I lost my spreadsheet, dropped it somewhere, can't find it. But we're going to do, oh, that's plants. That's plants, and we want the 4x10 design. So let's go here. Plants 4x10. Is this plants? Nope. There's plants. We need to load it. Okay, I just sent it over, so I'm going to hit return. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to send all the designs over for next week. So here's plants, 4x10, which is going to be the 4.5 by 10.5. Let's choose my hoop size. This is my 5x7. Touch your settings. Go to your frame size, and I'm going to do 7x12 and say okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our other design. That's going to be the Welcome Winter. This is my design database transfer. Welcome Winter's right here. And it's just going to be centered. So leave it the way it is right now. We're going to touch embroidery because we are done loading our design. And I'm going to go to layout, to the move, and I'm going to scoot it all the way to the left. My hoop's on, so it's not going to go outside of the embroidery field. That way I can maximize my use of this muslin. I'll just unfold it just like this. And now we're going to just stitch over here, and then we'll have all the rest of it left. Okay, why don't we go ahead and do our placement line. I'm going to take out the linen. And let's put in, I'll put in aquamarine. Nice bright color that you can see. Or actually, maybe we don't want it that bright. Let's go ahead and put this in. I think it'll get covered over, but you never know. Maybe there might be something in the seam allowance that you don't want to see. And guess what? Once I finish this block, I'll be almost done with my homework. All I'm going to have to do is press my blocks, trim my blocks, and then sew them all together. Okay, while it's doing this, I am going to give this a shot of spray over here. There's my spray tent. I'm going to spray the nubbier side of my batting right here. Get all those icky threads off. You do not want those on there shadowing through. And then I'm going to spray this. Make sure you're spraying the wrong side. See the print? That's the right side. The wrong side is the side that just has the SF101. While we're doing this, my multi-needle is stitching away. Love it. Okay, lay it inside of that placement line. Now you're also going to get your other piece, and we're going to lay that down too. Make sure there's nothing icky that's going to get sandwiched and that's going to shadow through. So let's lay this down as well. You want to feel around it. Make sure you have about an inch all the way around. I do. You can go ahead and give it a firm little press. And then we're going to skip some steps. So right here, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to say okay to that. We're going to touch this button right here, and that's where you go forward and backward stitches and whole colors. This next step is a tack down for the batting. We cut ours to size to fit inside that square, so we don't need it. That's going to be our placement stitch for the fabric. We laid our down, so we don't need it, but we need this, and that's going to be our tack down for our background. So I'm going to go ahead, give it a little assistance. And then we're going to get our fantastic glitter thread and we're going to do the background quilting. Okay, winding up my amethyst. I'm putting on my Ganold glitter thread. I'm using just a Microtex needle, which has been working fine. All right, and stitch away. Look at your screen, make sure it's showing you the quilting stitch. It is, and just stitch away. And then as far as the lettering goes, after we do this, center, go to embroidery, load the embroidery files, we're going to stitch out the stem detail. So we're going to do stem detail in Pale Mist, berries in Amethyst, and then we're going to do, the bee is going to be Marlin, and that's going to be the berry detail and Welcome Winter. And I think that's it. Just those 4 colors. Looks like it's running smoothly. It's a 25-minute stitch out. Not a lot going on, but a decent amount of stitches. Gorge. I don't even know if you can appreciate that. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to take that thread out. Let me go ahead and wind it up. Wind it up. And we're going to put in Pale Mist next for the leaves. Is that what it called for? D. D is Time, not Pale Mist. We're going to put this color in next. And it's going to stitch out the leaves. I am not hearing my embroidery machine going. No time to waste. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. That's going to be just a minute of stitching, and then we're going to put in amethyst. Amethyst is going to be next. I'm going to go check on my other machine. All right, let's go ahead and put amethyst in. This came out super cute. Amethyst is going to do the little flowers. That's going to be 2 minutes of stitching. I feel like I'm in one of those sitcoms where like I'm dating two people and I keep having to run to like a different room and like pick up because I'm filming in the other room with my multi-needle and then I'm filming here too. So crazy. Okay, where's my marlin? That's gonna go down next. I think this is the last purple flower. These look amazing. Wait till we stitch out Welcome Winter. So we're going to put the marlin in. It's going to stitch out the berries first. So it's going to be just a little bit of blue on each one of these. Oh my goodness. I am going to sit down and put up 2 kits that we just put together. They're really cute. Okay, this is going to be a minute of stitching. And then we're going to go ahead and let it stitch. It's going to stitch out the welcome winter. And that's going to take, let's see, we're 25, 17 minutes, 16 minutes. They're like little olives, except purple and blue. All right, now it's going to stitch out welcome winter. Just hit start and 17 minutes of stitching. All right, let's come on over here. Ooh, it's messy. Okay, who cares? Let's come over here. I am going to heat up my iron, which I had to move because Poppy got stuck in it. And let's get ready to press these out, okay? Let's put my rulers away. We're gonna press all of these out first. Might as well do this one too, right? We're gonna lose a little bit, but not much. Because we might as well stitch them all together too. Oh my goodness, am I really gonna get my, I feel like I should be waiting, but I shouldn't be doing my homework so fast. We're gonna need some rulers. Let me go grab some. Ooh, that looks good. Good. Ooh, stripes. Make sure you press in the direction of the stripes. Let's check on this. Looking amazing. You should always check and just make sure it's not directional, because you don't want to distort it. Oh, that is cute. What else? Is that it? I want to make sure these. Okay. This one? Good. All right, let's go ahead, get our rotating mat. Pop rulers if you have them. Here's my 4x4 for this snowflake. The little corners, oftentimes you might need to cut just a thread in the corner. Snowflake, adorbs. Sometimes I'll cut them while they're on because you waste the least amount. This one's what, 6 by 8.5? There we go. Look from above. Turn the whole thing, hold it. Turn the whole thing, hold it. Dear friend, so cute. This feels amazing. What's this one? This one's going to be 4.5 by 6.5. Oh my God, that embroidery looks amazing. Sometimes just embroidery with words on it just looks so good. Like a lot of the Janine Babic ones, I love those. So I love the pop rulers for the basic shapes that it fits perfectly. I do not love the pop rulers for layering them. Like for instance, with the Welcome Winter, you're gonna have to layer, like use one pop ruler and cut the sides, and I'm just gonna use a regular ruler for that. Shall we just take a little peek? So sweet, adorbs, cute. That one is like the cutest. We'll put all the embellishment buttons on later. Back to our embroidery. Back to our previously scheduled program. Looks pretty amazing. Not gonna lie. I feel like I should just finish, right? So I just laid this out. The only thing we have left to put here is going to be Welcome Winter, which is going to go right here. So everything's paired up. So I'm going to have to press that one, and then I'm going to have to trim it, and then we're going to sew these together just like that. So I like to pair them up. I sew on the right-hand side, so I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to sew over here. These two, flip them on the right. These two, flip them on the right. And then we're going to have to wait for those to be ready. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Is that just so beautiful? Seriously, I love it. Those letters look so elegant. I love the quilting behind it. Came out so great. Here we go. Let's go ahead and press. This one, I'll leave that one out because we're going to have to do that one. All right, flip it, spray it. This is non-directional fabric, so just spray it. We want to press it flat. Cutting mat. And this is 4.5 inches, I think. And this ruler's 4.5 inches. So I am going to use this. And it is 4.5 by... Let's cut to the front because I can't even see the back. Just white. 4.5 by 10.5. So I'm going to scoot this down a little bit. I have about 1/8 of an inch above both sides. That looks pretty squared up. So much easier to just use this ruler than to nest and have to do that. I'm not into the nesting of the pop rulers. I used to do it, and then I'm like, why am I doing it like this? This is harder. Cute. There we go. I'm going to group these two. Wait, this one goes on top, I think. That one goes on top. That one goes on top. Flip it over. We're going to sew on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and finish these. Okay, now that we're done, I'm going to say finish embroidery. I'm going to go home. Okay, and let's go sewing. It's going to move my embroidery arm all the way to the side. We are going to go ahead and put on our dual feed foot. That is what I like sewing and piecing with. So get your advanced screwdriver. These are the best because it just fits. Let's get you a better view. Fits right on this screw here, and then you just turn. So easy, right? That screw should never be loose enough for you to undo by hand, or it will shake off in the middle of your embroidery and scare you. We don't like being scared. I'm going to put on my dual feed foot with the 1/4 inch sole. I just happen to be piecing last, so my 1/4 inch is already on there. I'm going to hand tighten it. I'm going to grab the plug and plug it in the back. Where is it? There it is. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to go ahead and tighten this a little bit more. You got to almost do it a little bit at an angle when you have the dual feed foot on. And you're just, you're turning it just where you can't undo it. All right. As far as piecing, I like to piece at a 1.8, but it's heavy, so I'm still going to go 1.8. I love Deco Bob, which is an 80 weight thread. An 80 weight thread is about half as wide as your 40 weight thread. As the number goes up, the thread gets skinnier and it's less bulky. So this is a cottonized polyester, and it's got the strength of a 40 weight, but the strength of a 40 weight and the thickness of an 80 weight. And it just means your seams are less bulky. I absolutely love it. So now we're going to go ahead and let's piece. Piece away, piece away. Foot pedal, come towards me, please. Make sure your iron is heated. We're going to be pressing these. If you have a piece that's smaller, put it on the top. That's where you can ease it better. I like to sew a little bit off the fabric. Don't sew a lot off the fabric because you don't want to damage the bottom of your feet. Your feed dogs are diamond cut. I have my machine set up with my auto lift on, so that means when I take my foot off the foot control, the foot will lift up. When I press down on my foot control, the foot will go down. It's not a feature all machines have, but if you have it, use it. If you feel like your machine is pushing your top thread fabric off, you could always start with your needle down in your fabric and then back up and then go forward. Okay, and this last one. If you want a machine that has a really nice heavy feed system, the Avenir has got it. It's got some power and strength. I love it. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to come over to our ironing area. I know it's not ideal. Here we go. So this is my chain piecer cutter. Chain piecer cutter. Is that what it's called? So I leave a little bit of thread in between each one and I just pull down. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and press these. Move your rotating mat. You do not want to melt that. Although if you did, you can replace just the top, which is nice. I'm going to get my pressing bar. Looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and dry press it once. Whoop. My iron's not even hot. I don't care. I'm still going to use it. Give it a little press. Just like that. Then you're going to come back in with your best press. Give it a little shot of spray. I'm waiting for my iron to heat up. Go ahead and press it. And it naturally pushes the seam up if you're on a pressing bar. Pressing bars are great. So I have two different pressing bars. I have this one, which I love because you can use the base as a clapper. And then I have another pressing bar that I love because it's longer and it's economical. It was like super cheap. Cheap but high quality. So we are done with that one. Let's go ahead and do this one. I can't believe my homework is going to be done. That I'm like getting this all done right now. It's like amazing. Then I won't have to worry or think about it. And then it means I can work on something else this weekend. What should I work on? I don't even know. My machine is doing 66 minutes of stitching in the other room. Yes. The white is 66 minutes. Pressing bar with best press. Clapper it. The clapper's going to lock in the heat, set that seam. And it's going to be so flat and so beautiful. This one. Okay, now what's next? Let's look at our book. And it looks like we are going to do this gets sewn to this like that on the right hand side. Put that by my machine. And then this gets sewn next to this. So on the right hand side, put that by the machine. And then this goes next to this. All right, so we're going to do it like this. Let's go back over here to our machine. We're going to stitch these 3 sets. I'm going to look at these, and if I have something that looks smaller, the smaller goes on the top. Okay, we'll put this on top. Next, sorry, you're not even seeing that. These 2. Machine stopped. Did it run out of thread? What happened in there? Gonna have to go investigate. And these 2. Let's see. Okay, let's take these over. Let's press them, sew them together. I'm going to pause this for a second so I can see what's going on in the other room. Okay, here we go. First, let's cut them apart. Next, iron's all heated up. Looks awesome. I'm going to dry iron that. Looks cute. Let's press these, and then we'll sew them all together. And that will be section 2. We might as well sew section 2 to section 1, right? I think this goes on next, because I think the deer goes at the very bottom. All right. We'll go ahead and sew these two together. They go just like that. And then we'll sew this one on top. Let's go back to our machine. Deer is at the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to cut it. I'll press this later, but I'm going to attach the other piece right here. These two. Let me go ahead and line this up. All right, let's go press these. How's that look? So cute. Love it. God, it's adorbs. And then should we just sew together section 1 and 2? Why not? do this one. It's bulky right here because there's that big satin stitch that goes on the bottom of that. Okay, you know what I have? When a seam is unruly, I have a hammer. It's like a little mallet that I bought that I'm super into. I'm going to bang it. If you don't behave, I feel like that really makes it flat. I love it. Can you guys see? You can see, right? I know you're getting the side angle. And here's section 2. It's so beautiful. Okay, where's section 1? Let me go grab it. Section 1. Here's section 1. Whoops. Upside down. Section 1. Oh my God. Do we have any seams that are going to match? We do. So right here. So this is where I'll start sewing, is right down here. Let me make sure these go together like this. They do. Section 1 to section 2. I'm going to take these over there. I'm going to match this seam with this seam. I'm going to sew that, and then I'll come down and go up from there. None of the other seams make a difference. Well, not that they don't make a difference, but there's no other matching seams that you have. Here we go. Section 1 and 2. I'm going to sew you together. Okay, here we go. Section 1, section 2. Ooh, that one's coming apart, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Because that's the kind of person I am. I'm going to leave it because I'm just going to sew it. I'm going to sew these together and then I'll sew over it again. I know, I think Michelle Burrett in her quilting thing was talking about when seams are coming apart. Oh my God, it is perfect. Okay, now I will sew the whole seam and I'll go over that one more time. Reinforced. Okay, we're going to sew up this whole side. Patrick.
What?
Yesterday I filmed in my towel. I was filming in my towel because I thought you could only see my hands. And then I was watching the video and I was like, oh, you can see my whole towel. Sometimes in the morning when I get up, I film in my bathrobe. I don't know. Is that normal? It is for me. That's how not fancy I am. Oh my God, section 1 and 2. I'm so excited. It's like the big reveal. Here we go. Ready? It's gorgeous. Oh my God, I didn't even realize I had a matching seam here. I'm off like the tiniest bit, like I'd say 1/16 of an inch. I'm going to leave it. I'm leaving it. I am. I don't care. I didn't know I was going to have a matching seam there. If I knew, I would have been more careful, but it's perfect enough. 1/16, if it was like 1/8, I might redo it because that would bother my eye. Now I need like 10 minutes.
Then just come do 20 minutes with me.
Okay. I'm almost done with this. I can't stop.
Okay.
Can't stop. Get it, get it.
Is the filming right now?
Yeah, I'm filming. I don't know. I just saw this hammer and I was like, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, I'm going to hammer those seams. It might be bad for it, right? That might be bad. I'm like feeling, oh, he's big. I don't like you either. There. I can't believe how that makes a difference. What do the experts say? They probably say don't do it. I got it from my sewing distributor, so there must be other people who are hammering their seams, right? Can't just be me. Your seams have to behave. And if they're not, then guess what? They're getting hammered. I want to feel those. Oh, I'm surprised that's not like freaking my dogs out. Usually they'd be barking about that. They think somebody was here at the house. Silly dogs. I'm sorry you have to look at them during my sew-alongs. They're just so cute. I can't stand it. And I have to share it with you. I know some of you probably, especially those that aren't dog people. I was talking to somebody who, well, I have 2 gals at the store who are definitely cat people. And a lot of times cat people don't like dog people. And sometimes people bring their dogs in and they'll like not want to pet the dog, but they'll do it anyway. Makes me laugh because I know. Because I know. Is this so gorgeous? I need to change my setting on my camera so you can see this. 0.6. Oh my goodness. From the mittens to the air. Look at how cute this is. Okay, sections 1 and this is adorable. This has got to be one of my favorites just because the colors. I mean, these are my kind of colors. I love it. All right, that is section 2 completed. That was my homework. Finished. I will see you next week, next Monday for section 3. Bye, guys.